Engines echo off the wall. Flat out run, no time to stall. Turn one dives, the wheel is tight. Jetta screams into the night. Section blind lights fly past down. Down to 30, brake so fast. Streetlights blur, no second guess. Grip or wreck, high speed stress. MRL, we chase the flame. Jetta's game has no tame name. One mistake and you're in deep. No escape, no time for sleep. That's the street, no way wide. Steel and stone on every side. Turn too hard, you'll learn to fly. MRL will never die. Over curves the car might slide. DRS through the coastal tide. Rhythm breaks in sector 3. Pulse is locked, just let it be. Helmet shakes, the screen goes red. Wall so close, 1 inch from dead. Staring down the final fight. We leave our fear out in the night. MRL will never beat tight. Box LL, echoes night. Fuel is low, hands are dry. Send it deep or say goodbye. MRL, no room to lie. Jetta roars and lights the sky. Sparks fly high, we on the streets. Steel and fire, no retreat. Touch the wall or rise in flight. We race for glory in the night. Final lap, no questions why. MRL will never die. MRL, no room to lie. Jetta roars and lights the sky. Sparks fly high, we on the streets. Steel and fire, no retreat. Touch the wall or rise in flight. We race for glory in the night. Final lap, no questions why. MRL will never die.
Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, I do have some problems to get into the game. But yeah, we know it's F125 or it's, yeah, maybe let's see if it's working now. Just sub in. How are you doing, guys? Hopefully you had a great week so far. Of course, it's Monday. The week just started. What a question. A little bit small talk with you. So hopefully the game is loading now. Yes, we are in. Just enable everything and then what what is happening. Okay. So I can't change the view, as you can see, to the on the back view to the front view. But anyway, let's go with the broadcast view. We have one time on the board for time being. It's Frobio 129.1, then Albi. Picard said he will go for a very fast lap here in the qualifying. He also wrote that he doesn't have the pace for the top 10. Maybe he will survive the 25 laps we have today, but let's see. As you know, we have 27 corners, 11 to the right, 16 to the left, 6.1 kilometer track length, 154 kilometer race distance, and a track record from Degaret, a very old one from season 6 here in the Monday Racing League. It's a 1:28.248. Just try again. Doesn't help. Okay. So let's see the first hot lap from Picard. I just saw Samuka jumping up to P2, currently P1 Angelo. But let's stick with Picard. So this one is his second lap. Brain sector 1:33.0. That's a half a second slower than Angelo on his pole lap. Provisional pole lap, of course. Beautiful riding from the British driver here. Now down to the final corner, corner 27. Green sector 2 for him. Oi, no good. Let's go for Myth. Driving slow, okay. In this case we go for Barrett, the pole master himself. Of course, purple sector 1 for the Swedish driver. Let's see, he's sector 2 times. Timing's better said, but and again, thank you for watching, guys. Why, close to lose the car there. Survived that one. Enabling DRS, full throttle, pedal to the metal. Final corner, the Verstappen corner. Yeah, better. Sees some debris there on the track, but didn't hurt him. Purple sector 1, purple sector 2, and purple sector 3. So that's the provisional pole lap over, yeah, 9/10. 9 times faster than Angelo on P2. Anybody else on a hot lap? I don't think so. Everybody in the in lap. Let's go to Froby. Froby also cruising around. By the way, Shark already or still in the pit or back to the pits, better said. This is yeah, Larson, a good man from the old times of the Monday Racing League. He drove, I think, season 1, 2 and 3 or something, and back here for racing in the Monday Racing League. Now let's go to Spaghetti. As you know, I always say the same thing. The driver champion of season 7. 32.3 in sector 1. That's only 2/10 slower than Berra in sector 1. But a massive gap from Berra to Angelo. Of course, the other drivers will have one more goal, maybe 2 goals, and then we just saw with Spaghetti at that turn, he didn't push as heavy or as much as Berra did. But still purple sector 2 for the British driver. Well, he's driving under the Cypriotic flag, but living in UK. And goes to P2, only a little bit more than 2/10 the gap between him and Berra. Nice one, GG. Myth trying something, but driving with no front wing, you can see. No front wing doing his best with 33.2. Some guys will be happy to have this sector time, and he's driving without any front wing. Okie dokie. So let's go to Frank Tank driving in the Williams. Frank Tank is on P4 currently in the driver standings, 34 points, and this as reserve driver. Nice one. 33.1 in sector 1, 28.7 in sector 2. Blocking the pit lane, GDA disqualified from the session. Frank Tank jumps up to P9, 129.2. Let's see what Lucek is able. Oh, close one, close one. A pretty nice corner, that one. A little slide, catch a car, and then, yeah, straight on pushing. The car going slow. Just up in front we have Aroble. We see behind him his teammate Berra. Given a little bit of slipstream to Berra, but Berra not going, he has invalidated his lap time. I don't know where to watch, guys. Let's go to Frankie. He invalidated, so let's go to P11 for time being. Frank Tank. He's starting his hot lap, so let's see what he can bring onto the board. What time he achieving? Into turn 1, very tricky one as well. Turn 2. And the exit here, very important to get very early on throttle. This one is also a tricky one. And invalidated. And guys, the driver in P2 in the driver standing, Tomasito, is having a purple sector 1. Had a purple sector 1. Aroble is having the purple sector 1 now, but Tomasito purple sector 2, now in the final turn. I said P2 in the driver standings, that's Angelo. Tomasito on P3, sorry for that. Empty battery, is he going to the top position, top spot? Yes, 127.259 for the Hungarian driver. Now let's go to Aroble. Also down into turn number 27. Is he having a good... No, not a good exit. He slightly touched the wall. It was a good time. Purple sector 1, green sector 2. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's see what Shark can do. It's not pushing heavily. Slow sector turns. In this case we go to Albi. He's pushing green sector 1 for him. 320 kilometers an hour and wow, beautiful turn there. I love it to see the drivers having some difficulties. Down to the finish line. Is it jumping up the order? Yes, P10. GG. Wolfring crossing the start finish line, starting a hot lap. Currently on P4, very nice result for him. Very slow here. So he didn't start at a hot lap. Who is on a hot lap? Nobody is on a hot lap. I thought maybe Wolfring, but he finished a hot lap. Or slow lap. However, just a lap. I just need to try something. I want to have a different view. Okay, that's changing the positions, of course. Now let's see if I find a button to switch the camera angle to the front. Not so far. Okay, that's that. Okay, C is back to normal. I have no clue which button to change the camera angle, but let's stick with the broadcast view. Sadly, we don't have any onboards, at least here in qualifying. So 35 seconds left in the qualifying. You're going as one of the last drivers onto a hot lap. And Froby is finishing his final attempt. 2 yellow sectors. So he might not improve. Unless he's going very fast in the last sector. Time being on P8. Next one to cross the start finish line is Albi. Stays on P10. Then we have Samuku. Is he improving? Currently on P6? Yes or no? 2 green sector ties. He is improving to P5. Now a roadly crossing. Pole position, provisional pole. What about Spaghetti? Let's see him to the final turn. We have the 2 Williams cars. Picard jumps up to P8, Spaghetti to P2. Do we see something from Shark? Aka Larson, P12. What about Tomasito? Purple sector 1, yellow sector 2. Is he going better for time being on P1? Tomasito jumps up to P3. I think that was it, right? Only Froby can go for the last shot. He jumps up to P8. So that's a qualifying result. We have better again. Another pole for the Swedish driver in the Red Bull. Then Roble on P2. Tomasito P3, Spaghetti P4, Angelo 5, Sumuku 6, Wolfing 7, Froby on 8, Picaro on 9, Lucek on 10, Yo-Yo 11. Then we have Frank Tank. Frank Tank on P12, Shark Aka Larson on P13. Albi 14, Myth only on P15, and a disqualification for GDA while blocking the pit entry. You use the hard tire for once. Okay. So let's say maybe we are able to see onboards during the race. Otherwise we stick with the broadcast camera. Maybe it was because I drove before some Forza Motorsports. There's always some difficulties with the game. Yeah, any predictions, guys? You have predictions who's winning the race? Just let me know. I go for better P1. Then maybe I go for Spaghetti P2 and P3 for Roble. So double podium for the Red Bull guys. Might be great for them. As Red Bull currently in the team standings only on P4 with 49 points, and the leading team is Ferrari with 93 points, so already a massive gap between P1 and P4. So let's go for the formation lap. We don't need lap data, we don't need, so we have everything here to start the race. So P1 Beta, P2 Roble. Do we see some masterclass of the Red Bull team today? Keep fingers crossed. We have the pole run 2 braking point in turn 1 is only 168 meters. Full throttle on this track is 79%. Average speed of 252 kilometers an hour, and the safety car possibility is 100%, so we might see a safety car today. Also we might see a virtual safety car with 100% chance. Third longest track behind Belgium and Las Vegas, and the second fastest track behind Monza, the Temple of Speed. And as I said before, 27 corners, that's the most of the whole calendar. Track is next to the Red Sea, and the first track in the Middle East with all LED lights. It's a counterclockwise track, and it's a street circuit, as I said before, but it's a faster street circuit, as Monza isn't a street circuit. As somebody is maybe thinking of Azerbaijan, Baku isn't so fast like this one here in Jeddah. We have turn 1 to turn 2, tight left, right, opening chicane, overtaking possible, also at the start, of course. Let's go to the front to P2 to a Roble. 5 flights out the way. We go racing here in Saudi Arabia. Jeddah into turn 1. Roble leads. No carnage for time being. Very civilized action for time being here. We have some drivers losing positions. That's a shark. So Froby is losing positions. Let's go to the details. Who is losing the most positions? We have Froby lost 4 positions. Yo-Yo gained 4 positions. Nice one. So the Red Bull guys just swapped the positions at the start. Let's see what the Roble can do. Wow, close to the wall for the British driver. Beautiful camera. We already see a gap between Spaghetti and Angelo of 1.5 second gap. A gap of a gap, yes. Let's see quickly the tires. We have Spaghetti doing more or less good out there with his hard tires on P4. Then we have Myth also on hard tires on P11. Myth always a guy to watch out. 4-time champion here in the MondayRacing League. Roble of course with the fastest lap after lap number 1. The first one who crossed the finish line. Nice scenery in the background. Who's driving everywhere where we look? Let's go to P6 to Samuku. Review camera. VSC deployed virtual safety car. As I said, 100% chance of a virtual safety car, so we have already won in lap number 2. Just give you on the right side the driver standings. Go to the front. Maybe we see an attack from Tomasito. Not into turn 1, but he is close. Trying to hunt down his driver championship rival better. Very nice corners, taking a lot of curb. Under the bridge, down the long straight now, DRS for Spaghetti as well for Tomasito. Is Spaghetti attacking Tomasito on the inside into the last final corner, 27. Side by side action between V-Carb and McLaren. For time being, it stays as it was before. Tomasito on P3, Spaghetti on P4, now better overtaking a Roble. Spaghetti goes for the fastest. Now Frank Tank, now Myth of 131.108. close to 3 seconds slower than the track record. Was an amazing time from Degret. Let's go to the Kicksauber team, to Froby. Ah, slow driving Aston Martin. Something happened to Samuku. He has rear wing damage as well, front left and front right. He's still driving, but no chance to survive. Without any wings, it's yeah, pretty nasty out there. Let's go to Myth. Maybe he's going for an attempt into turn 1 on Frank. Aye! Doesn't need to overtake Frank Tank. Frank Tank sliding into the barrier. No front wing, going directly into pit to change his front wing. So Myth already on P8. Let's see again the position changes. 5 positions gained by Yo-Yo in the McLaren, then 7 positions already for the Ferrari, the leader of the driver championship and team championship. It's Nelson. Welcome back to the stream. Thank you for joining. Wow. What an overtake from Myth. Yellow flag sector 1. What happened there? Samuku. Yeah, retired from the session. Next one on the list. Myth overtaking as well. Yo-Yo. Looks like the hard tires are the better ones for at this stage of the race. Lap number 5 of 25. Yeah, sadly, he had front wing damage as well, rear wing damage. And you need all wings here on this track. We might see soon a hell of a battle between Angelo, currently P2 in the driver's standings, and Myth behind him in the Ferrari P1 in the standings. Let's see the difference in braking. Whoa. And closing now with DRS overtaking Angelo. But on the main straight, Angelo is having the DRS. And back we saw Yuri overtaking Wolfrin. Or still battling with Wolfrin. Let's go for this battle here. Yuri doesn't want to give any slipstream to Wolfrin. Wolfrin doing good on P8 in the Merc. And regarding warnings, we have Picard with 2 warnings as well. Lucic with 2 warnings. And the top 3 have 1 warning, so Robert, Spaghetti and Tomasito. Then Yo-Yo 1 warning, Froby 1 warning, and GDA 1 warning. sure what happened with Bera. Bera back to P4. But his teammate is leading. I see 2 pit stops for Albi already. GDA 1, Picard 1 and Friend Tank 1. So Spaghetti is showing his car in the mirrors of Roble. Let's check if the telemetry stuff is working. Yeah, it's working. On the bottom left you have some more details about the telemetry stuff of each driver, if they have enabled the stuff, of course. Also the throttle and brake input. Three seconds for Picard. Let's go to Yo-Yo. What a slide. I was just taking a sip of my beer and then saw Yo-Yo sliding around. Good car control from the Austrian driver. Is he going for the overtake? No, for the time being not. I'll just give you some statistics. We have Yo-Yo driving today race number 145 in the league. So he already started in season 1, now we are in season 11. 145 races for Yo-Yo. Average position 6.2, not too bad. Had 5 wins, 8 times a P2 and 17 times a P17, P13, no 3, whatever. Okay, I'm watching the numbers into the stream. And there is only one driver who's having more attendances in the league here. It's Spaghetti, race number 168 today. .168 races, crazy. Average position 4.8 for the Cypriotic driver. .76 times on the podium. Spaghetti leading the pack with 1.6 seconds. Already the gap between him and the Roble. Of course, Spaghetti is driving the hard tires, the rest behind him are Roble, Tomasito, Vera on medium tires. And the next hard runner is Myth on P5. If just overtook better, maybe we see. Oh, close one here, 4 cars within a half a second. A little bit more than a half a second. Do we see any attempts now? Wow. Late braking from Myth, but survived that one. No contact with Tomasito. Looks like the hard tires are definitely better at the stage now. Lap number 11 of 24. Angelo went into pit as well. Yo-Yo and Froby. So looks like the Red Bull team is bringing some points home. Well, it's still a long race, 14 laps to go. Went a little bit wide there, better now overtaking his teammate. Aroba going into pit. In the back we saw Yo-Yo coming. Some battles here, Yo-Yo and Frank Tank. 3 second sign penalty for multiple warnings. Track limit stuff. Wow! Whoa! Was that it's surely a safety car? If not, I'm heavily surprised, but let's see. Car sticks there, but no safety car. Okay, GTA goes for time being for the fastest lap of 1:37.48. That was a tricky corner where Frank Tank collided with the wall. Luchek now fighting with Shark. Into... which turn is that? Almost the same age of tires between Shark, Luchek and Froby. Always separated by 1 lap. Let's go to the front. Myth leading the Grand Prix now. Overtook Spaghetti. Wow. Slight contact with the wall. No damage. The only driver with some damage is Luchek on P11. 20% front left wing damage. And Spaghetti giving everything to be in the window of 1 second to benefit from the DRS. We might go to this battle here. Roble attacking now Tomasito. Tomasito now on the main straight, but with two Red Bulls behind him, both able to open up the rear wing, benefiting from the DRS and a little bit of slipstream. So Roble is overtaking Tomasito into turn 1. Ah, that's crazy. These guys know what they're doing. We have a purple sector 1 for Aroble, 33.366. Green sector 2. As I said before, the fastest time of 130.748 from GDA. This time might fall now. If he is having a good exit. Purple sector 1, green sector 2. Let's see the final sector. Yes, fastest lap of 130.450 and an attack from Spaghetti for time being not. And Myth went into pit as well, Spaghetti. So these two drivers will fly with the medium tires. Close to the wall, very close to the wall. No room for errors on this track. And Myth and Spaghetti already behind these three drivers here with the hard tires. We have 10 laps to go. Oh wow. I just love that corner. So Tomasito now in the lead for the next lap. It's a massive DRS train. And also Picard retired from the session. So we have 4 retirements: Picard, Frank, Tank, Aldi and Samuku. And 3 seconds for Shark. Now Aroble goes again to P1. Into the final corner, back to the main straight. Yeah, from turn 3 to 10 we have fast sweepers with narrow lines. Just lift off areas. Not a very long left turn 13. Very rapid left right kick here. Right left. It's very nice to have 5 drivers fighting for the win today. Everybody can win if there is some carnage, some collisions. What a dive from Spaghetti. Little contact with Beta. But nothing serious. It was the better top speed. Oh, close. You need to be very brave into turn 1 with the brake pedal. Trust the other drivers. Yeah, quick update regarding battery level. We have Tomasito with 90%, then Aroble with, yeah, let's say 50%, and Spaghetti with 70%. From Beta we don't have any data, and Myth is in the battle with 80%. You can see the Red Sea. Wow. So close driving. And in the back we see Beta and Myth fighting for the position. So Tomasito leading ahead of Spaghetti and Aroble, and Myth on P4, 5 Beta. On P6 more or less a lonely race for Angelo. P2 in the driver's standings. On P7 we have Yo-Yo. But still good points for the McLaren team. We have on P8 the lead Mercedes today. GDA on P12, his teammate, lacking a little bit of pace with this game. But I'm sure he will come back much stronger in the next races, of course in the end of the season. P9 and P10 for the Kick-Sauber team Froby. For the time being the lead Kick-Sauber driver. Ahead of his teammate Lucek on P10. We have Shark on P11 with a 3 seconds time penalty, driving in the Aston Martin as reserve driver. And as I said, GDA for time being the last driving car on track. Now we have a 3 second time penalty for Lucek and for Spaghetti. This will massively hurt because the drivers are so close together that yeah, it will spoil him back down to P5. The other drivers around him, Tomasito has 1 warning as well. Myth, Rogle, everybody 1 warning. Then we have Berra with 2 warnings. And the only driver without any warnings is Angelo driving on P6. So we are in lap 20 of 25. Just have a quick weather update. So no rain expected here in the desert of Saudi Arabia. Two or 3% chance of rain. Spaghetti is pushing. He needs to push. Otherwise there is not a podium achievable. So today we are in Jeddah. Next week we're flying over to the United States, to Miami. Again, a street circuit. Not one that every driver is loving. For me especially, I don't like it, but if you're driving a championship, then you need to drive also these kind of tracks, of course. Well, you don't need to, but it would be nice to have all drivers on track. But today we had 16 drivers starting the Grand Prix. As I said before, 4 already DNF. And still a very long DRS chicken, DRS train stuff from P1 to P5. The rest of the field is more or less settled with Angelo 6, Yo-Yo 7, Wolfrin 8, Roby, Lucek, Shark and GDA on P12. Unless there is a safety car or something, I think these positions are more or less settled. Also the tires are not the youngest except for Shark and GDA. Next to Tomasito. So for time being, nobody able to escape from this group here. Well, of course, Spaghetti is having clean air, but wearing the medium tires, 30% front tire usage and 47 in the back. Whoa, 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 whoa. 3 wide into turn 27. Now Myth leading. I think this is now the time. We are in lap 27. Is Myth able to escape this group here? Surely Myth is pushing as hell. As more or less everybody, I think. The tire usage compared between the medium and hard runners is more or less the same. Of course, the medium runners, Myth and Spaghetti, are having better front tires than the other ones on the hard tires. This will help, of course. You can see the gap is a little bit increasing to 0.6 seconds now. Tomasito closing the gap. 0.5 stays more or less the same. 0.4. Hopefully he's not using too much of energy. He has 50% in the battery tank. Myth has close to 70% in the battery tank, and a warning for a Roble. What is Spaghetti doing? Wanna do a dive bomb on Vera. Luckily nothing happened, but with 3-second time penalty for Spaghetti, it's and we are in the last lap. Traction battle between Myth and Tomasito. Tomasito had a little slide. Now 0.6 seconds, close to 0.7 seconds the gap. Is Myth able to escape and win another Grand Prix in the Monday Racing League? We will have the answer in more or less, let's say half a minute. He just little slide and then he's losing out of Myth and having a bigger gap, now not able to close the gap. Now the final DRS zone, then maybe a battle to the start finish line, but Myth is too far away. Now squeezing the battery, final turn for Myth, and it might be another win for Myth, the Italian driver in the Ferrari. Then on P2 we have Tomasito, GG. P3 we have Berra. P4 a Roble, nice result for the Red Bull team. P5 Spaghetti. P6 Angelo. Second McLaren guy is coming, Yo-Yo. On P7. Then a little bit further back we have Wolfrin, the first Mercedes driver, finishing on P8. Another 4 seconds back we have the first Kicksauber driver with Roby, German driver alongside his Polish teammate Lucek in the Kicksauber team. Final points for the Kicksauber team here in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix in Jeddah. Now crossing the finish line, and then we have on P11 Larsen Aka Shark. Why they are crashing at the end? Yeah, that's just fun, I think, for these guys. Not sure. But you meant at the end, right? So Another win for Italian driver. We have race winner Myth, fastest lap Robler, point goes to him, driver of the day Myth. Then we have Myth with most overtakes, cleanest driver is Froby. Now let's go to the race director quickly. Yeah, that was it for the race. Now let's go for interviews. Let's see what the drivers have to say. Maybe they don't say too much, but let's see. Quickly change the view here. Hopefully everything is working. So change the headphones. In the Discord. Now who wants to win? Myth, of course, Thomas Itondera. Lucky boy Mattia.
Hello.
Hello. And yes. Yeah, what a podium, always the same podium, guys. Yeah. What happened, Tomasito? You had a little snap and then lost a little bit the momentum to Mattia in the last lap, and then yeah, I think Mattia pushed the battery. He had also a little bit more battery than you. Yeah. How was it in the last lap?
Yeah, after that move that I did into turn one, I thought that was unfair and I gave him back the position. And after that, I messed up a turn and yeah, I lost focus a little and I hardly gained it back through the lap.
Yeah, the dive bomb into turn one wasn't too nice, but not too dirty, let's say in this way. Others do this every lap, but not you. And then you had a little snap, I think it was turn 4 or turn 5. Then after 0.1 second cap, you had 0.7 second or so.
Yeah.
And then, as you said, you lost a little bit the concentration or momentum or whatever.
Yep.
And again, an easy win for Mattia. But Mattia, was it easy or was it not easy? Not easy because of the train or?
Yeah, I mean, I got a bit confused with the battling. Like, honestly, I didn't think he would give me the position back. I don't know. I thought it was actually a bit my bad as well on that. I don't know. Overtaking was so hard around the. I didn't know that. I thought it would have been much easier. But it's really not, because there are so many fast corners and you really struggle from the DTR, simply.
Of course. So dirty air affected you in this race, or was it always in every race, or is it just in this race a little bit more, the dirty air?
There are so many fast corners here, so.
Okay.
And yeah, the track is quite narrow, simply. Even though I had a crazy tire advantage, I couldn't, not crazy, but I had a tire advantage I couldn't overtake, so.
Well, the back tires have been also around 50%, 45, 50% like the hard runners. You just had a little bit better front tires with around 30%. That maybe helped you out of the corners. And yeah, Bera, you survived the dive bomb from Spaghetti into turn 27. I thought, oh, big crash and so on. But you had just a little touch, right? Nothing too serious.
Yeah, I mean, I lost like 1 second, so
Okay, serious.
So it was kind of serious. Lost me the chance for a P2 or P1.
Yeah, well, 1 second if you guys are driving so close is a big chunk of time. But how was it for you today, Bera? Back on the racing? You drove last week as well?
No, I don't think so.
No.
It was a good race, but I made a couple mistakes, but yeah, I don't know.
What kind of mistakes?
I went on the curb like 3 times, I think. The S curb, Miff, what is it called? I don't know.
Okay. But again, a pole position. Yeah.
Yeah.
We never can count you out on pole position stuff. I just watched the data and I saw every time you're attending, you're on pole position 44% of the races you're attending. Yeah, you know my next question. Next week also pole position in Miami. Yeah, horrible track in my POV. I'm not sure if you attending that one. Are you attending?
I don't think so. I have practice in real life.
Wow. Karting,
That's a
right?
bad excuse.
Yes. They switched it to Mondays, I don't know why. So I might miss many races in coming up.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. We still hope that you're attending and smashing out pole positions. Yeah, Mattia, you're closing into 100 races in the Monday Racing League. Just check the numbers.
Interesting.
Yeah, you had you had 122. So today it's 123 races.
Close enough.
I was thinking of better.
Oh.
80 races in the Monday Racing League, so you're closing into 100, but maybe not this season, maybe next season. 123 races for Mattia, and let's say the teenager in the league, Tomasito, for the podium stuff, drove race number 53. And yeah. What about next week? Any words on next week, Mattia? Miami?
Not really sure. I don't know. I never drove the track yet. In a race, in a proper race, so I don't really know.
But you don't train a lot. You don't practice a lot, right?
Not for this.
Like 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
But, 4 hours a day
is enough.
And different tracks, right? Or always the same 4 hours?
What do you mean?
You drive 4 hours a day, but always the same track, or what?
I wish I could. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
I mean, when I seriously practice for some races, yeah, I can also touch like 5 hours. Like last time I practiced for a quali event.
Crazy.
Yeah, I practiced like 5 hours.
Okay, but how do you train? Are you just doing a time trial or also Grand Prix stuff?
Time trial is more for practicing.
So
Simply the grip is not realistic, let's say, and like it's way slower.
Yeah.
Grip is different. The curves are different. Everything is different. You need to do like qualify lobbies or race streams.
Okay.
And if you can practice with a friend, it's better because multiplayer lobbies have a different tire temps physics.
Really?
Some. Yeah.
Okay. So I see. I have no idea. What about you, Tomasito? You're practicing a lot, or how do you practice? If you practice.
Sometimes I practice, sometimes not. When I practice, I just do race simulations with the AI, and that's it.
Okay, so Grand Prix stuff. But are you doing also 50% stuff, or?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, good to have at least a little bit an idea of the strategy and so on. But the strategy looks like in this game is also like last game, medium to hard or hard to medium. I want to have once a 2-stop race, and a little bit of rain might be...
Not happening.
Yeah, if it's dry, we will not have a 2-stop race, but hopefully we will have soon a wet race, maybe in Miami. Yeah, guys, thank you. And yeah, thank you for driving and see you next week. And keep pushing.
Yep.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care, Mike.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Mike.
Bah.
Yeah, guys, that was it again. Music a little bit loud, so that was it again. We had just finished race number 5 of season 11, and next week, as I said, it's Miami in the United States, and I hope you're joining in as well. And yeah, have a great week. Take care, guys. Bye bye.
Here, Robles gone DNF so fast. Didn't think that he would last. Champion myth, the pace is tight. GDA's ready for the fight. Speed and glory, risk it all. One mistake and you might fall. Lap by lap, the battle's on. Lap by lap, we never stop. Monday night, we're legends spawn. Safety car boys, Amuku flies. Rainmaster Jojo owns the skies. Barrel leads, but Tomasito's near. Is he the champ? This might be his year. Inventory